Hey QQ Music fans, I'm Haley Steinfeld.
海狸妹 Haley Steinfeld 做客越见大牌。
Hi QQ Music fans.
主演电影《大黄蜂》，Haley表示从来没有过这样的经历。
Well, this is definitely unlike anything I've ever done. Far, far different from True Grit.
圈内人缘好到爆，一众歌手纷纷抛出橄榄枝。
Sean was one of the first artists that I met. Joe's been a friend for years with Zed. He sent me a message and said I have a song.
唱歌演戏两不误，Haley表示自己能一心二用。
Well, I like to do both. Obviously, I don't see myself doing one and not the other.
听到自己的中文昵称，海狸妹有何反应？
Oh my gosh, how funny! I love it. That's great.
精彩尽在本期越见大牌。变形金刚首支衍生电影《大黄蜂》将于1月4号在国内上映。Haley Steinfeld 作为主演，首次来到北京宣传。
Hi, QQ Music fans.
他表示自己从来没有演过这样的电影。
Well, this is definitely unlike anything I've ever done. It's far, far different from True Grit. And I guess for multiple different reasons, I've never really done anything on this sort of scale. I've never acted with a CGI character for the entire length of a movie. So yeah, it's all very different than what I've done before. It actually wasn't so much green screen. I was more so in the real world, just with nothing around me. So I guess in ways that was almost harder because maybe it was easier. I still haven't decided, but it definitely was a challenge.
I got all I need when I got you and I look around me and see a sweet life. I'm stuck in the dark, but you're my flashlight.
别看海狸才22岁，他可是一个有10多年表演经历的老戏骨了。他塑造过有记忆的角色，用2只手都数不过来。从8岁开始，他就已经开始演戏了。
I started acting when I was 8 years old. I guess I started studying acting when I was 8. I took acting classes for a full year. That was kind of a deal I made with my parents because when I went to them and said I wanted to be in the movies and on TV, they were like, you gotta go to work first. So I took a year of acting classes and then I got an agent and made my first movie at 13.
I have come to take you back to Fort Smith.
Haley Steinfeld 的荧幕处女作是在2010年上映的《大地惊雷》。13岁的她第一次演电影就和 Jeff Bridges、Matt Damon 等大牌影帝一起合作。
Amazing. That was my first movie. I was 13 years old and it was just an all-around incredible experience. They are obviously some of the best filmmakers of our time, and the chance to not only work with them but start my career with them is something I will forever be grateful for.
Haley Steinfeld, True Grit.
13岁的海狸凭借这部电影还入围了奥斯卡最佳女配角。
Very, very surreal and still is. I was able to be a part of a film that in no way was about being nominated for awards. It was about the craft, it was about the work, it was about delivering the best possible performance we could, and at the end of the day, be happy with where we were at in that moment, and with what happened after True Grit was absolutely incredible and just a major, major honor.
这一次 Haley Steinfeld 不仅主演《大黄蜂》，还献唱了原声单曲《Back to Life》，她本人也参与到了这首歌的创作当中。
So Back to Life is a song that I co-wrote with two of my favorite writers in town that I've written a lot of my personal music with, and producer who's a great friend of mine as well. I thought it would be interesting if we wrote this song as if it were a letter that Charlie wrote to her father, who she loses in the movie, because I found that there were so many parallels between Charlie and her dad's relationship, as there are with her relationship with Bumblebee. And it turns out that the song, Travis Knight, our director, felt that the song was an accurate representation of our film. So it's quite an honor to have a song of my own in the film.
不要 以为她只是作为电影主演随便唱一下。Hailee Steinfeld 还有一个身份就是正式歌手。2015年的时候发行了首张 EP Haze， 主打单曲 Love Myself 在 Billboard 单曲榜高居榜单前列。
So Love Myself, yes, that was my very first single, and it has a very powerful, meaningful message of self-love and self-empowerment, and the idea that, you know, I mean, we all need love, we all want love, but there is that sense of being able to provide ourselves with just that, and not necessarily having to have it from other people. You're doing what you're doing because it makes you feel good and it makes you happy, and you're not living for anybody else but yourself.
You watch me bleed until I can't breathe.
I'm shaking, falling onto my knees.
海莉在圈内人缘非常好，不仅被梅梅邀请作为姐妹团出演 Bad Blood， 还被一大票歌手纷纷抛出橄榄枝。Shawn Mendes 跟他合作不插电版 Stitches。
Shawn was one of the first artists that I met when I was just starting out in music, and he, from day one, has always been very, very supportive and just a great friend. And yeah, that was something that sort of came about as an idea, and we were both in, I think, New York, and we recorded this acoustic version of Stitches and made a video while we were at it, and it was amazing. I'm a big fan.
Joe Jonas 的乐队 DNCE 帮他助阵 Rock Bottom。
Joe's been a friend for years, and collaborating with him and his band DNCE was just a blast. They are a party, that group, and we got to collaborate on one of my favorite songs, Rock Bottom, and that's a song that feels incredibly conversational and always made sense as a duet. Obviously, there's a version on the album with just me and featuring Joe and DNCE, and it just feels like it's a story when you hear it from two different perspectives like that.
还有 Zedd 主动发短信邀请他合作 Starving。
I've been a fan of Zedd for years, and we met sort of, you know, in passing one time, and we'd see each other around, and we always kind of said to each other, we should get together, we should work together, we should do something, and you know, those conversations happen, and you're kind of like, yeah, of course, let's do it. It's kind of like when somebody says, let's get lunch, and you're like, that's never going to happen, but sure. And with Zedd, he sent me a message and said, I have a song that's pretty big, and I asked him to send it to me, and he wouldn't do it, and he was like, no, you gotta come by the studio. And so that same day that he sent me that message, I went into the studio with him, listened to the song, and that was Starving.
同时，作为歌手和演员，海莉表示自己要一心二用。电影交出了很好的成绩单，音乐这一块，明年也会有新作品。
Well, I like to do both, obviously. I don't see myself doing one and not the other. Right now I'm focused on Bumblebee and sharing that with the world, and I can't wait for that to come out. And at the top of the year, I will be finishing a lot of the music that I've started, and I had every intention on putting more out this year, but this happened. So next year will be the year I can share some more. You know, it's hard to put a date on these sort of things just because the process is sort of, you know, constantly evolving and never ending, and constantly improving at that. So I won't put a date on it, but next year I'll definitely be releasing more music.
Like
最后，当他得知自己的中文昵称，会有什么反应呢？
Translated as Beaver, actually because, you know, Hailey, just in Chinese, there are these words sound exactly the same. Hailey, that's Chinese.
Okay.
And also translated into English as Beaver.
Oh my gosh, how funny. I love it. That's great.
most girls